Testing, testing.
Check, 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 check,
Check.
check, check, check.
Oh, we may need a
check, check.
camera adjustment. We just doing shit on the fly. We was just like, we should maybe go live and just fuck with shit on the fly as we do it. Because it's live streaming, and that's what we do and how we do it. And Kelly and Buddha aren't here to really run shit, so they left us in charge.
The inmates are in charge of the asylum tonight. If it's a little past 10, if we've had some technical difficulties for the evening.
I'm not even going to say they're technical difficulties. We're just not used to having Buddha not setting shit up for us. And we had to do shit ourselves, and it eventually worked. And we're just going to have to learn how to do things on our own. And I'm going to start by saying, do we have a Cash App that people can... Because I'm sitting here like, we need a new tripod. Do you know we were late coming to y'all because of a goddamn tripod issue? The tripod we got is fucking cheap. So what we're going to have to do is get a new tripod. Do we have a Cash App
No, we're going to get us a cash.
I always tell people, if y'all are entertained by us, y'all should just start sending us shit to the Cash App.
Yeah, okay. We're going to get a Cash App.
No, fuck that. I got a cash. Hold on, let me give y'all my Cash App, man. Y'all help us out and get a goddamn tripod. Fuck this.
We're going to get a Cash App. We are going to get a Cash App. While Dub is doing that, welcome to the
It's going to be B-Dub City Live. All together, all one word. In fact, when I edit this motherfucker, I'm going to have the overlay on so y'all people can watch the clips and then donate at your leisure. We need a new tripod.
We good?
Yeah.
Welcome to the effing podcast. I'm your host, Branson.
And I am B-Dub.
And in the words of the great Tone Loc, let's do it. So tonight, like Dub said, we are without the services of my co-hostess with the mostest, Kelly Joe. She's away on family business and stuff. We're going to be sending Kelly Joe positive vibes. You know, we miss you, babe. The show's going to be a little different without you, but we're going to try the best we can. It's all guys up here, so you know it's going to be kind of a guy-driven show tonight.
So everything is going to be logical and correct. I'm throwing shots because Kelly.
What up to everybody checking in? All my loyal viewers, all the new viewers that we have checking in. Before we get into the show, I want to take time to send a shout out to my man Mike. Happy belated birthday. If you're in Columbia, he has a store off of O'Neill Court, I believe. Suite 224B, I believe. It's in that area. So, you know, shout out to Mike. And then my second shout out goes to my sissy. I want to wish her a very, 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 very happy birthday. I love you to death. You are an amazing person. She's one of the reasons why I started doing the pod in the first place, because she's so busy that I figured this was one of the ways we would get to talk back and forth. So, you know, I love you, baby. I hope you enjoy your birthday to the fullest. And let's go ahead and get into the show. So, LLP, of course. Father's Day is coming up.
Awesome.
Father's Day is, I believe...
Ducked another one.
Father's Day is coming up. We want to send a shout out to all the fathers and stuff. I posted a little meme earlier. Before you do it, please don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't want any, ladies trying to snatch up Father's Day. You weren't born with a penis or shooting. The men have that one.
You don't need a penis nowadays to be a father.
I mean that's true. You don't need a penis to be a father. I don't know. It's just slippery slope. I just want to wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day coming up and stuff like that. So we're going to jump right into the topics tonight. I like to get a little serious for a little bit, and then we just work our way down from there. First topic of the night is race relations, but not race relations with white people.
Okay.
No. We're going to change it up this time. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to talk about the race relations between brown people, specifically Hispanics. What is our relationship with Hispanics in your mind? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it indifferent? How do you see our relationship with the Hispanic community?
I see it the same as it is with other ethnic groups. It's black people for themselves, and it feels like at the end of the day, while there may be some solidarity and unity with the few people in the group, overall, is black people having to look out for black people. They keep talking about a black and brown alliance, but realistically, there is no alliance. Black folks have always had to fight and fend for ourselves, as well as fight on behalf of other racial groups who come to this country and enjoy all the amenities we fought for us. So at the end of the day, I think black folks are all we got. We don't necessarily rely on unity with other races. And at the end of the day, history has shown you Black Americans have always been on our own. We fought against slavery and won, segregation. And during the civil rights movement, we fought so all these other racial groups could come to America and have the right to fully hate niggas. So we fought on behalf of all these other groups. We don't necessarily need an alliance with any other group to get what we need done. And that's pretty much it. I don't hate them, though.
Okay, so I see the comment, being from the West Coast, the relationship with Hispanics in the South is completely different from being on the West Coast. And that is, yes, completely different. Yes. And I'm going to tell you why it's different. See, growing up in the South is just different all around. Okay. It just skews your
own country.
Yeah, like, you know, growing up in the South is just different. And that goes for up north, out west. And the reason why I say that, yes, it's different out west is because they've always been out there. Mm-hmm. Hispanics haven't always been down south like that.
So they haven't been in Texas?
When I say down south, I mean like Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina. Like they weren't
Florida, really... yeah. They've been all around the South. Mexicans? You know,
yeah, but the way that West Coast Hispanics and Black people intermingle is it's more elbow to elbow. Here in the South, it's looked at, it's almost like on some colorism shit to the point where they do the jobs that we necessarily don't want for the pay that we necessarily don't want to take. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? We're looked at as lazy. Mm-hmm. They're looked at as like cheap labor. So, like, it goes... It's just a miscommunication on both ends, really, for the most part.
Because on the West Coast, you got Mexican gangs firebombing Black families, killing them.
I mean, that's also a fact.
I mean,
that's why I said we all we got.
I mean, that's true. That's a fact as well.
You got Mexican gangs torturing and running out Black folks in L.A.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is out West, they were always, like he said, intermingling.
Yeah,
they were always intermingling. That's why I'm saying down south it was different because they weren't really down south like that. Like they've been everywhere else but down south. I can remember specifically where my grandmother grew up. There were no Hispanics there at all. And then like one summer I came down there and they were down there. It was like they were imported in almost. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So we just, and then, like I said, being from the South, we just are even extra guarded. Mm-hmm. We're just not really that friendly with any race of people. Like
no race is friendly with us.
Well, not just that, but because of what we've been through, it makes us even more apprehensive of dealing with anybody outside of being Black,
which we should.
White people,
because they all practice white supremacy against us. They have anti-Black sentiments they carry with us. You know, Mexicans. Some Mexicans don't like us.
Well, if we know all that, right? Like in each group we'll talk about will always be able to have a unity factor of why there is envy or that negative vibe because there's more united front. So, like, why don't we just?
But here's the thing.
Get our shit together.
Here's the thing. What do we get out of the unity?
No, that's what I'm saying. Each community will talk about a couple weeks ago, we were talking about the Asian community. The reason why they got laws passed is because they're united. The Migos.
Well, no, you know
they're not. No, it's because white people elevated them as the model minority.
No, not just that. Unity, they got elevated because they have a country backing them. Black people from America don't have a country at their back. Any other race has a country behind them. Asians have a huge continent behind them. So they will have the pressure from these countries. Like, look, you're not going to treat our people like that over there. You see what I'm saying? Who speaks up for Black people? That's the thing.
LeBron
James.
I mean, true indeed. True indeed. I mean, we need more people to speak up, but we need more people to speak up from all races.
But they're not going to. That's the thing. None of these other races benefited us. They never helped us. Who helped us out of slavery? Other than the only other group was white people, abolitionists. That's it. It was niggas and white folks fighting against slavery.
True indeed. I mean,
no Mexicans, even though they were around. No Native Americans. No Asian Americans. Nobody else. It was just us. Who stood with us during the Civil Rights Movement? Where were all the other groups of people?
Waiting for the bills to be passed.
Exactly. We do all the work. These other motherfuckers come out and take all the credit.
Because we always do.
And we always talking about unifying with them when we don't benefit. They benefit from unifying with us because we the niggas who get shit done. We don't get nothing from the unity. Yo, it's like having a girlfriend, nigga. You just, you just buying everything. And she benefits. You don't. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of shit.
I mean, I was just thinking, like, why? Because another thing, especially here in Raleigh and then other cities is like that, like, it's their own little cities. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, down by
but that's unity though. They all bring that dollar together, right? Like, we would rather not. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like, we know a bunch of people that got the stimmy, but like, did we put them dollars together? We could have multiplied that 1,400, and it would have been making us bread.
Hey, that 1,400 covers bills and bills.
But I know a bunch of Migos that put their 1,400 together and started a construction company. It's nothing but Migos.
But I mean, they probably all live together too.
It don't matter. Why don't we live together? You see what I'm saying? Like,
because we can't.
Well, you on some other shit,
nigga. I had 2 roommates, and that was it.
You done with roommates?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's part of how we were raised. It's part of how we were raised. Get up, get out, and get something. It's part of that. That's why we all can't live together and we all have a say. So like I say, the American Black has the freest tongue. Like, we'll say anything. If it's on our mind and we want to get it off, we're going to tell you. And that's without question. We don't care how you feel about it because we're only going to listen but for so long until you have to put your 2 cents in. Just because that's just how we are. But that was just my question on, just race relations between us and Hispanics and, why we act like because I feel the stereotype Hispanics don't like Blacks.
It's not a stereotype.
What community isn't geared to not like us?
I don't believe, but see, this is where the thing this is where I get at. Like, the Hispanics I've come into contact with, they're good people. We have a very good rapport. They've never told me that they had this feeling. I think it's just the stereotype that, because in the South, stereotypes carry even more weight.
Yeah, but stereotypes, okay. So like when you say that, right? Like, we know people that portray stereotypes like that are living that shit up. It's the same thing. Like, what community doesn't view stereotypes and think of us negatively? Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Everybody's bred not to like niggas.
Yeah. Anti-Black is
like they're doing
American.
All the jobs we don't want to do for like base pay, and they're cool with it.
And they're battling us for minority supreme.
You were talking about the other day why restaurant workers aren't getting the bread because.
They're definitely not going back until there's
right. But I'm just saying,
business.
There's there's a demographic that's willing to take that job at base pay and be there.
Mm-hmm. It don't bother them until they're targeted.
I mean, but like he says, that goes with any race of people. Like, it never. They don't
say shit. But then when white people discriminate against them, they're like, Black people, you need to stand with us in solidarity. And then they try to run some guilt trip because we don't want to march on their behalf.
We always have to be understanding of
we always got to march
else's plight. And,
exactly.
And
then when the smoke clears and niggas done got fucked up by the police and bitten by the police dogs, when we on the ground bleeding, then all the other races come out raising their hands like, we did it, get out my store, nigga, we did it. And it's right back to hating us.
Okay, before we skip topics, then I was watching the news. Buddha always tells me not to get really political, and I'm not. But how should Black history be taught in school? Should it be to the T as it was.
Yes.
Black history.
Like no. Like the real Black history. Like
you can't,
all these.
You can't teach the truth though.
You can, but you can't.
You're going to have to eventually because see the way things are working now is certain things are just starting to fall out. Like they just did the Tulsa thing. Like I said last week, people were like, well, I never heard about it because, I never read about it in books or anything like that because it's not in the curriculum.
Yeah, but even the people that's in our generation or my generation or yours, those white people still aren't talking to their friends.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're on the bus with me and we all get lynched. You can get off and you don't never go tell your homies, hey, chill. Go vote this way and go vote that way. We're too inclusive. We always want bro to fuck with us when we don't fuck with ourselves. J. Cole said it best.
To an extent, we have to be inclusive.
Nah.
We do.
We have all the dollars and all the say in everything. We acknowledge our power at moments. We get shows canceled. We get people removed. We get words added to the dictionary. We get companies billions of dollars in moments of snaps of fingers. But we be chilling.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's also big business in doing anti-Black behavior.
But is it to an extent? Is it kind of country over race at times?
You said what?
Country over race?
No.
Like, being an American
it's
Black American.
Yeah, it's
race. No, I was just asking.
Because, you can be a citizen of America and your race determines how you're treated.
We all have white friends, but they really don't be voting the ways we want them to vote because, they're white.
I mean, true. I mean, but you have to admit there are some coming around, though.
Bro, it's only gotten worse since Trayvon Martin. It's only gotten worse since Trayvon. It's only gotten worse.
Yeah.
And we're still at the same moment when Trayvon died.
Trayvon was the green light on niggas, man. If George Zimmerman had got convicted, I swear everybody.
Well, all that shit is like public lynching anyway, so they got to carry on the tradition of America. But I'm just saying it's only gotten worse since Trayvon. But your comments, my bad.
Yo, they need to teach hidden colors 1 through 5 in school for Black history, at least for Black history. No.
They should just chronologically teach history, whether it's Black history.
That's my thing. They just need to teach history.
There's too much.
Yeah, but we know they're gonna leave stuff out though.
Yeah.
Who's gonna? Okay, first off, who's making the book?
Let them put it in there first. I don't care.
That's the thing.
We're talking about putting things in there that aren't even in there. Let's get there first. Start putting these things, and then we can start chronologically labeling these things. I'm 100% with you. Yeah, we're going to forget about some stuff, but these moments should be captured like any other moments that they capture of happy white shit. Mm-hmm. They should be captured in the same way that these white events are. And they need to start right into the elementary school curriculum. Don't wait till middle school. Nah, like they need to learn early. It needs to be taught early.
Exactly.
But nevertheless, let me see what.
Someone said you should watch if you want to see a slavery in a horrific way. Watch Goodbye Uncle Tom.
I don't want to see any more slave anything. That like
I do, as long as it's not like suffering. Why don't they make a fantasy slave movie where the slaves have superpowers?
Chill, you doing too much with that.
Nah, nigga, they already did one with Harriet Tubman.
Oh, you are savage.
Nah, you remember that Harriet Tubman movie that nobody talks about that the white people were trying to get Oscar nominated and they gave Harriet Tubman superpowers? What was it called? It was called bullshit. That's because that's what it was. They're gonna sit there and get that girl from the UK to play Black Harriet Tubman.
Right, but that shows you right there. Every community is bred to hate us. They gave you Stringer Bell as a UK Black Brit. Nobody knew he was British until 12 years later. After that shit was off, right?
Yeah, but
I mean, like
they always do that.
Wakanda was full of like UK folks.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
it's
12 years a slave. That guy.
All these people, they do that on purpose too. Like, yo, we're gonna tell your stories without you, motherfucker.
They need to include these events in history, and they need to do it ASAP.
So we need you on
everything they
education
know.
Board.
She was like in the movie with a goddamn British accent. Like, let's form the Underground Railroad, chop. We're gonna get freedom there, hey, mate. I could free 100 more slaves if they even knew they were slaves. And then she broke out into an Oliver Twist musical monologue.
Someone said she had Professor X powers.
She did. She did. They gave Harriet Tubman superpowers. So when they tell our history, it ain't our history. Ain't that a fuck? Now, when they do Jewish history, it's accurate to the.
We gotta start supporting those Black underground films.
True.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, they gotta be authentic. We're not gonna support that bullshit where Harriet has superpowers. I don't want to support that. I want to see
accurate depiction.
Birth of a Nation was good.
Yeah. The new one. I thought you was talking about the D.W. Griffith one.
No.
Like, wait a minute.
No, that's the one that shaped everyone to hate niggas.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. But
I don't care to see anything else slavery.
No, just put a twist on it. Give them superpowers.
I don't want to see it anymore. But
I want to see a slave fuck a slave master up with super strength. Come on, man.
Yo, what?
Come on.
Hulk smash him up.
Like, you ever hear the story about Frederick Douglass, and they said he like fought back against his slave master when he was 17 and whooped his slave master's ass so bad the slave master kept quiet because he didn't want to lose his rep. Yep. Now imagine that scene happening with superpowers. And Frederick Douglass turns into the Hulk. Nigga, I feel bad for that slave master.
I think Thanos walked through that moment one time.
Yes, Dub, of course. Dub is a rare form tonight.
What if Frederick Douglass had the Infinity Gauntlet?
All slave masters.
Yeah, one snap, and all y'all niggas free.
What's the next topic?
Next topic, we're going to go ahead and just go to current events and entertainment and things like that. If you haven't heard Pooh Shiesty in jail for murder, that just a quick entertainment topic. Okay. Another entertainment topic I'm going to hit is, and I know you heard about it.
Okay, what is it?
The Popeyes that was only selling chicken to
white people.
No, they weren't.
Oh, weren't selling
chicken. Weren't selling chicken to white people.
From my understanding, that wasn't real. But, you know.
That was funny, though. It was kind of humorous, to say the least.
I appreciated the creativity.
Black-only chicken.
What would you do if you was denied service, though?
I'd be like,
first, have you ever been denied service?
Not for being black.
No?
Nah, I don't think I have either.
Not yet.
What?
I haven't been
What would
everywhere.
you do? You walk into the Speedway. Let me get 10 on 5. The motherfucker say, yo, you can't get no gas here, boy.
Oh, shit. I'll be like, lawsuit. I'm going to own this motherfucker next year.
All right, we go to topic switching. We ain't got nothing else after that. What is the best thing you watched this week? Tell the people something that they can watch good. What entertained you this week? Were you able to get around to watching TV this week? I know the last time.
What did I watch? I finally ended up watching Bug Breaking. That's what I did.
Here we go.
Bro, why did you watch it?
Here we go.
Okay, don't y'all find it hypocritical? We just talked about Black history and watching.
I don't, because I don't want to watch something or know anything more about something so traumatic as Bug Breaking.
Well, first of all, it wasn't like a 2-hour documentary on niggas' assholes. It was like, it was like,
it is Proud Butt Soul.
No, I mean, it was an analysis on Black. It was not just about the actual buck. It was just like an analysis on white people trying to control the minds and bodies of Black people throughout history, or since we've been in America. So, I mean, it's not just about raping Black men. It's just kind of like about how, you know, they try to control us, not just sexually.
Would just have me not turn that shit on.
Good.
Like, I'm not.
I mean, I get why y'all might not
understand
watch
the
it.
message
You
behind
say
it.
that.
I'm not prepared myself to watch something. Yes, sir.
For this, thank you, sir. I didn't. Did you watch anything else that was?
I got a couple shows.
What you got?
Damn, I forgot that fast.
Well,
I gotta take a drink.
What I watched this week, the best thing I saw this week, besides my Sixers winning tonight, was El Chapo escaping from prison.
El Chapo.
I've been watching Narcos lately, and watching El Chapo keep escaping from prison was pretty entertaining stuff, especially when they had the camera on him. And he just dipped out. Like, bitch, I'm out.
I watched The Shy, right? And they had an episode, so you know.
Oh, The Shy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my third day mayor, I'm going to defund the police. So that's what he did. He defunded the police in the episode, and I've just been thinking about that for a while.
Damn.
That's something really good. And the community started policing the cities. It's pretty dope. It's a pretty good show. The Shy talks about a bunch of stuff that in the community. Like one girl, she got raped, right? And now she's pregnant, so she's carrying her kidnapper rapist baby. You know what I mean? In the black community, that's, you know, that happens.
I mean, yeah.
And the girl is from Raleigh. She went to Southeast. So she's doing big things. But yeah, The Shy was pretty good. I watched The Shy. The Shy was pretty good.
I'm trying to think if I saw anything else.
Did we see the fight? Did you watch the fight?
That's the next topic. We're on everything. Like, that's the next topic. But real quick before we jump to that, because I want to make sure that was my very next topic. Okay, it was. Before we jump to that, you saw the post I made with Conway and Jim Jones.
Conway's gonna kill if anyone from Dipset does anything stupid. Conway's gonna release clips. Okay, clips. Album of the year, arguably 2 times. But we're not gonna. I'm not here to talk about my Kanye, my Conway fandom.
I mean, that's cool. I was just saying if you saw.
You heard what he said. He was like, all right. Any nigga that tells you that and walks away,
you can expect
32 bars, no chorus.
You can expect that something was
what a Bruin. All right, I got something for you. We might get it today.
Oh man,
we might. Jim Jones is a mouthy New Yorker. He's stereotypical.
Put it like this: if I was a rapper and I was going to, I guess,
get slaughtered. Get slaughtered.
Yeah, but if I was going to get slaughtered, I guess I'd have probably right now the best one slaughter me if I'm going to take a slaughter. But who knows? Because Jim might.
Nah, you don't mess with anyone with pens that'll have you go quiet for X amount of months. Pens like that, you don't really mess with.
Well, you know, I'm already a fan. I was just seeing if you caught that little.
Because I'm ready. I'm ready for any Dipset smoke. Cameron wants to come stop messing with that girl down the hall, hop in the booth, he'll die too. Jewels with his new grill piece.
Oh yeah.
He'll get smoked on.
With his 2 front teeth.
I just say, just plain and simple, Jim, don't do it. It's not worth it. Keep making music or whatever you're doing. Don't jump into that's
stay away.
Them waters are deep and dangerous. Don't jump into that lake, bro. Now, fight.
Okay.
Fight. Give it to me, Dub. Let me know, Dub. Because I saw some of it, but
it was a hug fest. Niggas hugged it out like the middle school slow dances you remember. You know, when Boys II Men came on and you fucking had the
episode in the Wood.
Yeah.
I'm from North Carolina.
But did you expect anything different?
I actually expected more of an ass whooping. I was really more impressed by Ocho Cinco's fight than
I lost $100 on that bullshit.
You deserve to for betting on Ocho Cinco.
$100, bro.
What round did he go down? I didn't even see
the last one.
No, I mean, didn't he make it to the end?
He got up, but he still hit the ground like boom. That's I was like, no, I'm 100. Because all the fights were not knockoutable and violent. So
I mean, this is my thing with the fight. Like, I want to fight Floyd. If he fighting anybody, I need some money, and I'll fight you. I'll lose a couple of pounds. Like, I'm willing to fight you. Since you're just fighting randoms, nobody that has or deserves a shot at the champ. You're not fighting any legitimate competitors.
It's a pure payday.
No, yeah, that's why I like it. What Floyd does is he gets a great white hype, gets all these niggas hype, or all these white folks hype, puts a pay-per-view on, knocks the white guy out, gives him like 10 million.
Whoa. I think he's an agent.
When the last time Floyd knocked
He ain't gonna knock. He could knock him out.
It's been a while. But like he's only in it for like he single-handedly killed boxing.
That's he ain't killed boxing.
You're drunk as hell. Yes, when he's done doing this bullshit, there's nobody big enough to fill that.
Boxing kills itself. They don't put the matches together that people want to see.
Yeah, but that's too much promotion. That's too many politics. That's why UFC is the shit.
I'm gonna tell you why I think Floyd killed boxing. Because before Floyd, the entertainers of the ring were knockout artists. They were going to put on the show, then they were going to knock you the fuck out.
But we got the best fight.
That's the problem. Y'all don't want to see boxing. Y'all want to see a show.
Versus 1B every time. Even the casual fan knew about Evander Holyfield and that little skirmish, right? Like the casual fan only knows of Floyd.
That's the casual fans' fault. And these they're not giving fans the matches they want.
Listen, man, my mom used to buy fights simply because of what the casual fan was talking about. Like she hated the sport in itself, but the fact that it was two great fighters always fighting.
Promotion.
Nah, we don't get the best fighters now. We get mumbo jumbo.
I mean, but honestly, if that's why UFC is killing boxing. Because I can think of it is.
Financially?
Yes. The brand in itself is
UFC is climbing at a rapid rate because you know why? I can name you 5 fights from the UFC that I want to see, including women. I can name you 5 fights, including women that I want to see, and I can name you 3 boxing fights I want to really see.
I can name you 3 WNBA fights I want to see.
See, that's because you in 2021 boxing now. You don't even give a fuck about Haney and Davis. Nobody cares about that. That's not a thing anymore.
But that's why. But that's why Dana is a genius, because what Dana figured out, like I always tell people, is to get people interested in women fighting. That's where he's making his money at.
He eliminated promoters. He's the commissioner. He did what the NFL did. You have one judge, jury. You know what I'm saying? One commissioner. One person that gets to say so. Who gets
that way? You don't have what you have in boxing like you have now, where you have Floyd fighting.
Now, they should be getting paid more. That's a fact.
But that will come.
That will come. Came about 10 years ago. They should be getting more money, but they don't have no unity there, like because of Dana. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna hold you back. Like Francis Ngannou posted a tweet. Logan Paul made $30 million last night on the way out the door. $30 million only from having 10% of the PPV. You know what I'm saying? Francis Ngannou, he just fought Stipe.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Heavyweight
no doubt. Like, I see what you're saying. UFC, but it's climbing. It's slowly but surely going to reach, and in my opinion, surpass boxing, because it's the purest form of fighting to me. You know, they kick you in the face. What you gonna do? Like, you know, so that's just my thought on it. And then, like, as for the Floyd fight, like I said, like we just gonna keep giving them money. Like we do.
Floyd don't make his money off niggas. He makes his money off white people hoping to see him get knocked the fuck out. Mm-hmm. That's why he chose Logan Paul. No, seriously.
He hit him with the great white hype.
That's all it is. Notice every guy he fights is some white guy because he wants to hype up white people, so white people will give him his money on this pay-per-view shit. He'll compensate the white guy fighting him, but it's not going to be the equal amount of shares. And not splitting it. Exactly. Floyd is a genius. He don't give a fuck whether you like his boxing or not. This nigga gets white people angry. Brings in some white boy, y'all put your money on. He goes and toys with him, knocks him the fuck out, has a payday, and it goes over again. Conor McGregor.
Smoked him.
Yeah, that's all. I guarantee the next guy Floyd fights is going to be another white guy, white people hype up.
I'm going to get YouTube famous so he can fight me.
That's all it takes.
My fight first,
These are all exhibitions. Floyd is retired, man. Y'all don't understand.
I'm going to get YouTube famous. I'm going to knock his ass out for the homies.
I want my fight.
Because you know, if Floyd gets knocked out, he's still undefeated because these are exhibition matches. He's retired, nigga.
I mean, he's been doing exhibition his last 10 fights. So.
It don't matter. I mean, his record is still undefeated no matter what. This nigga get knocked the fuck out right now and he's still undefeated.
Where you rank him?
I don't
all time.
Not in top 10.
Not in top 10 at all.
I give him 7 on a nice day.
Goddamn.
It's a lot of people in it, a lot of goats.
I don't know boxing well enough to know where he stands.
A lot of people that fought top talent when fighting top talent was a thing. Sugar Ray's ahead of him.
See, my problem is...
But, I mean, are we talking weight classes or just overall?
I'm just talking about greatness. Like, see, my problem is how we view losses. Like, yeah, losses don't... But, like, how you're getting ready to... Like, I've seen some guys take some losses where it's like, okay, but then they came back and, you know, so their record might not be as stellar, but it's still a great record, though.
Yeah.
Like Julio Cesar Chavez.
What up, motherfucker?
He fought 85 times.
Somebody said,
what up? But I mean, losses don't necessarily mean shit because Ali is the greatest and he lost 3 times. Tyson took a couple L's on the way out. Hell, Rocky Marciano is undefeated and he's not a top 10 boxer.
That's because we ain't seen him fight because he was wired.
No, it's because the mob paid motherfuckers to take dives for him and threaten him. That's why he's undefeated. He wasn't a great fight. Ooh. You notice nobody brings up Rocky Marciano in any... Because he was with the mob. The mob threatened motherfuckers, you take a dive against Marciano or else. So, of course, he's undefeated. Nobody ever brings his name up in conversations. They don't.
No.
Nobody ever says Rocky Marciano is in their top 10 of boxers because he's not. That's why records don't mean shit because he's undefeated too. And nobody gives a fuck. Real undefeated boxers have an L.
So, since it's boys' night tonight, being my co-host
the
Kelly
boys are back in town.
Is out tonight, but she will be back next Tuesday for Toxic Tuesday. We covered spades. Now we're going to cover the bones. Does anybody know? You must
well, yeah. I mean, I play Dominos from time to time.
Man.
But, you know, I'm not
on the West
Coast. How serious is the game of bones?
I almost had to beat up a group of old head uncles. When I first learned how to play, I was 21. Right? I learned how to play on my birthday, drunk as hell, Christmas time. I'm in there smacking shit. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Old heads got upset. I could do math in my head. I could count bones. You know what I'm talking about? Bones get more serious than spades around my waist. Shit, niggas get cut, $150. Oh. Dominos get pretty serious.
Dominos does get pretty serious.
Especially if you smack the table too hard and shit move. Niggas get real spooked out a little bit, you know? It's crazy.
My cousin Radar taught me how to play. What's the best bone to start with?
Can't tell you my secrets. I kill niggas for shit like that.
I was just saying. I never throw it out there. That's all.
I will renege if I have the highest double. I won't tell you. You'll never know. So I don't have. Let somebody else go. That's the best bone to throw. Let somebody else go. Then go after that. That's the best advice I can give you.
I haven't had a good bone game in a while. We're gonna have to find.
Yeah.
We'll play online.
Play online.
Oh, this ain't 2K, dog. Certain shit, I wanna see a nigga.
Well, I mean, if you can't do it in front of them, then online is the only other option.
Now the world about to open back up soon enough.
I don't even remember the last time I played a physical game of spades. I played every damn day on my phone.
It's all right, you free now.
It ain't even about being free. Even before the pandemic, I wasn't.
Yeah, we gonna get to that. I'm working up to him.
We're gonna get those games.
Okay, before I go any further, for your free peer support, confidential 24/7 hotline, the number is 833-495-1869. Once again, the number is 833-495-1869.
And that's free peer support.
Somebody said it's all pussy pink on the inside.
I don't know. I've seen some pornos where it wasn't pink; it was more of a darker color.
What?
That's what y'all were going to drop that little gem. I appreciate that.
Someone said they learned how to play Bones. I learned how to play against Navy friends, and I played with older folk.
Yeah, everybody plays.
That's why I say, like, my generation, we the worst old heads of all time. We don't know how to count. Keep it a buck. We don't know how to count. I go to the register every other day and get
But
more
you
money
know why?
back.
Because they put calculators in your hand.
Yeah, they
No,
taught
you
you
think
how to
They put
critically
calculators in your
Why
hand.
put it on their parents didn't know how to count? I mean, because counting is an early thing. Counting is an early
think.
thing.
You can learn to
One,
count by watching
2.
Sesame Street. You know.
I mean, counting is.
It gets tricky.
I do know people that can't count, but I just don't understand how when money is you count money. Like if you.
Some people don't have common sense, bro. 35 cents, you know what I'm saying? 25 cents, sales tax.
Look, you know, we've all been to the store where the cashier done got. We've all been to the store.
I'm talking about you look right at it.
Got shoved.
I'm out.
Like,
have a good night, bro.
Like
Yo,
we all
sure.
and you deserve it.
Yeah.
And
no, you can't say that because you was just in here. You was just in here with your flag a couple weeks ago talking about people with regular base pay jobs need more money. But you can't tell him that he deserved that base pay.
If you can't count,
that's stereotypical because that's why
what's stereotypical.
They're massing all of those people, gas station attendants, restaurant employees, all in the same basket. You gotta fight stereotypes, brother.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What he said.
If you can't count, you all fucked up in the game. Just call it what it is. Look, it's kids at my job that can't read the time off the analog clock. They be stuck.
The analog clock. They can't really read the analog clock.
They be stuck.
Hey, yo, replace all the clocks at your job with the Roman numeral.
Bro, people really be asking what time is it?
Like if it's not digital,
I'm never real.
Don't be military. Or
don't you ever want to tell them Google it?
Sometimes
Google it, man.
Like I have Roman numerals on my wrist, and people always ask me,
I'll be like,
why you got all them X's?
I'll be like, bro,
oh my god.
I had to school him. I'll be like, bro, that's embarrassing that you a grown ass man and don't know that shit. Mm-hmm. Save yourself the embarrassment. Pull your phone out and Google that shit right now, so you'll just know in the future. Because that's embarrassing. That's goddamn embarrassing.
What, not know how to count?
No, being over 18, not knowing how to look at analog clock.
Some people don't know how to read, bro.
I mean, that's embarrassing.
Some people don't know how to read. They do talk to text.
The fucked up part is y'all got Google and it can teach you all this shit on your own free time for free.
I just think technology has made us dumb. Like
technology?
No, it made the rest of y'all dumb.
I think it's slowed down because you have so much information at your hands. It's teaching feasible. It's not feasible that you don't learn the basics.
Yeah, but teaching has changed though. The skill of teaching has changed.
Yeah.
What you're able to comprehend is different. Yeah. Like it's people that those math problems on Facebook that always get like the tens of thousands. It'd be the same simple motherfuckers in there talking about 11 when the answer was 1. You know what I mean? I'm being honest. You've seen it.
Which is cool.
You've seen it. Like what? How did you get to that answer? You know.
All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into, I like to call this the meat topic before we get
what
into
is the meat topic? I don't know if I want to get into a freaky deaky topic with a room full of niggas, but
well, it ain't going to be freaky. Like it's going to be geared towards men. It's boys' night. But my question is, what is a person of high value? What do you consider a person of high value?
A person
of
high value.
What is high value?
When high value, like
man or woman? Like, are we describing?
We'll do women since it's
okay.
Since it's men in here.
A high value woman.
And being that you're single and back on the prowl, single and back on the prowl,
I'm single and ready to mingle.
What is your definition of a high value woman?
One that doesn't get on my fucking nerves. Let's start. One who values their significant other in a man. One who appreciates their significant other in a man. And one who realizes time is the most important factor and wishes to spend more of that with them. And that to me is a high value woman. I think the characteristics of a high value woman differ from that of a high value man. I don't necessarily think the characteristics of a high value man in a high value in a woman would be considered a high value woman, if you know what I'm saying.
What you think, man?
High value? I mean, it just depends on what you're into. You know what I mean? What you want to attract. You know what I mean? I'm married, so I definitely think my old lady is high value. She brings a lot to the table mentally, physically, definitely physically, spiritually. You know what I mean? It's all of what you're into. You know, our third, she's also, you know what I mean, high value. You know what I mean?
No doubt. I think like sometimes we take value and we
materialisticize it. What if that's a word?
It makes it. We
Material.
take value and make it
And
wrong.
apply it to material.
and apply it the wrong way. When we take value, for some reason, we are definitely thinking materialistic in some ways. And as you get older, you do want money, but
it's more of a tool. Want money, not necessarily. I need some money.
Like I know how to maneuver in life now. I still want money. You know, if I hit big, you know, great. But now I know how to maneuver in life. Mm-hmm. So now money isn't really everything as long as I can capture what I want. Mm-hmm. And we just, I think we look at people as dollar signs most of the time. Like, you know, especially from a woman to man's thing, a woman looks at a man as a dollar sign. Not all the time, but...
No, that's true. I believe most women want the same nigga.
We have a comment that says...
What?
Everybody has different values. What is high to you may not be for the next.
True indeed.
I mean, everybody's cup of tea.
Yes and no, but I
like
think...
hibiscus on Wednesday.
I think there's some major characteristics that are valued for all high value men and high value women to have.
Someone followed up and said, "You judge people at first sight."
Yeah.
One that is freely as me.
Do you judge people at first sight?
I damn sure do.
I mean, I think we all do. That it's just
you got
to. That I see you.
Yeah.
No, you have to. It's natural.
You've already rated this woman in your head.
I know.
Already.
Uh-huh. I can look at a woman and tell if her pussy stinks. I'll be like, ma'am, in the grocery store.
That?
Like
he looked at me like, I don't have nothing for
I mean, but I think that...
Not true. Money is not always the case.
I know. Sometimes it's like a good pH balance.
No, money isn't always the case, but
I can't buy that.
But it is a lot of the time, though. Money, or do guys look at women differently if they got money as opposed to women looking differently if men have money?
Yes. Like Rihanna will get the same amount of attention selling perfume in a retail store as she does now. I mean, less men would know about her, but I think she would get the same amount of attention from men. But, like, you know, just because you have money doesn't make you more appealing. Like Oprah, for instance, she's always unattractive.
I hit that old bag. You crazy?
See, exactly. You'll fuck her because of the money.
I would hit
but
her.
You're not sexually attracted to Oprah.
I would hit her during Color Purple.
If Oprah didn't have no money, you wouldn't fuck with her.
She would have came through that field.
Okay.
Who that
is? Huh?
Yeah, but I mean, Oprah in Color Purple, Oprah was built like the Mrs. Butterworth syrup bottle, but
like fucking ancestors.
Yeah, but let's be real. You would only fuck a chick who had money. If you didn't find her attractive and she had money, you would still fuck her, right?
Nah, I'm different though.
But like Oprah, for instance,
I hit Oprah.
See, that's what I'm saying. But
I would hit her without the money. That's what
okay. Well, see, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Now that's different.
Up. See what I'm saying? 1988 was a good year. You know what I'm saying? She was on her way up after that. She never looked back.
Yeah, I don't know about
She never cared about somebody talking about the good old pH balance. I gotta be proper though.
I think every woman is beautiful. You just have to, find out. I do.
Is that because you're a host of a popular late night TV show?
No. I think that every woman. No, I do think that every woman is beautiful. You just have to. Yes, it is.
So when you first see someone, right? You're like, they're so beautiful.
Okay,
they're so beautiful.
Now, when I first see someone and they're not stand out beautiful.
But now you're adding stipulations.
No, I'm not.
What is stand out
beautiful? For attributes now.
No.
What you mean? Like, you got some beautiful eyes. You have a gorgeous smile.
What you're saying is you're going to find the silver lining even if it's a fucking overcast of cats and dogs. What you're saying. You're going to find the silver lining.
Like,
that's what you're telling me.
A fat ass don't make you beautiful. A fat ass just means you an ugly chick with a fat ass. That's it. You can have a fat ass and still have a fat ass and be ugly.
You don't find a lot of single chicks with fat asses. I'm just saying.
That's not true. You find a lot. No, yes, you do.
They're missing Miss Kelly. Y'all tripping.
Why are we tripping?
I mean, Kelly will be back next Tuesday. Send her some positive
She's here.
vibes.
She's in the chat.
Kelly's in the chat.
Yeah, Kelly's in the chat.
No, Kelly says she left the chat. So this is the time we can talk shit about her.
No.
We is not tripping tonight. We just being honest. Like, it's boys' night. The boys are back.
Here's the thing. We're giving you the view of how men think. Real niggas. You know.
My man on his bag.
He is definitely deep in his bag. Since the tripod, he been on.
Miss Kelly said she about to
jump in the car and go over there. Yeah, but you still got to get past the locked door.
Nah, we good. We having a good time tonight. And Kels, I know you're going to bring it next week, so I'm not even worried about it. But I do miss you, babe. I ain't even going to lie. It doesn't hold the same type of umph without you here. So I'll be checking for you next week.
Nah, but back to this beautiful silver.
Yeah. Let's not leave that.
I mean, but like, we all look for a trait that is stand out-ish.
No, you said every woman is beautiful.
You just have to find it. Yes, I stand by what I said. Okay. Every woman is beautiful. You just have to
all look. Women are beautiful.
Sometimes you have to look a little bit harder than others. But you can find it if you look hard enough.
Okay.
Really? No, that's not true. I've met too many ugly bitches with attitudes to sit here and say every woman is beautiful.
Who is this?
Like, I done seen an ugly chick with an attitude. I'm like, how do you expect to get dick if you're ugly and don't have a friendly attitude? Man. Like, come on, this is about survival of the fittest out here.
That's Darwinism in its
Darwinism.
Yeah, it's like if God bless you with fucking an ugly face, you need to work on your personality or go to the gym, squats to get that ass poked out so you have something going for you. I done seen
something going for you.
Yeah, I done seen ugly bitches with attitudes and no body. I'm just like, yo, you just not trying to reproduce in your lifetime, are you? You know? Like, this just
single again and back on the prowl. Remember that. That's what my man is now. Yeah. That is what he is. And he's just letting you know, like, I can find the beauty in anybody. Like I said, everybody, I guess, isn't as...
Someone said they love men with dreads, but they have to look away. Why do you have to look away?
Look away. I don't get the look away part.
That's what you like. Don't look away.
Yeah. I love women with fat asses, but I have to look at them. I don't want to look away from the fat ass. I must look directly at the fat ass.
All right, well.
It's about the laws of attraction. So if you stare at a fat ass, eventually it'll be attracted to you. It'll come to you like a boomerang.
Well, being it is boys' night, we're going to get ready to hit these last couple of topics. Like I said, first topic is going to be...
Yes.
Men fake orgasms too.
Yes, they do.
Like that. First topic we're going to hit Men fake orgasms too.
This is true.
And
That is true.
like women will tell you that everything thinks that swings his sword like Conan. Every guy will tell you that your garden isn't the secret that you think it is.
That's ego.
That's most definitely ego. But we're ego-driven people, especially when it comes to the bedroom. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, ego definitely drives sex.
Oh,
It's one of the main things these days.
That's why you and your partner are going to be on two different levels. You're either going to be one thing, they're going to be the other, or vice versa. Both of y'all can't be the same thing.
I don't necessarily.
Both of y'all can't be submissive. Both of y'all can't be dominant at the same time. It's not possible. Somebody's got to succumb to something.
No, both of y'all can be dominant, but she's got to eventually submit to somebody.
I disagree, brother.
And I mean,
sometimes having this, I don't know. It all, like we said, it all depends in who's swinging the sword and who's getting the ditch dug. You know what I mean? It's all in what they got going. But I personally think they can be a beautiful mixture. You know what I mean? Of equality. You know what I'm saying? And straight dominance.
What I'm saying is you cannot exert both those. Like, it can't be two dominants at the same time.
Have you tried that before?
Be dominant.
Have you been in there with a raging pit bull? I have. Came out alive. Yeah, what? Two pit bulls, ravaged pit bulls, foaming at the mouth. It's passion. Shit was lit, boy. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I think it's just a blend, a mix of like where you and your part. Some people, like ego. They don't want to be submissive, or they don't, you know what I'm saying, want anyone to dominate them.
It don't matter whether she's submissive or dominant. If the pussy's trash, you gotta fake the orgasm.
Have you ever been with a dominatrix before?
No, I never have. I'm black. I don't want no bitch around me.
There's a lot of black.
Just because you black does not look.
They get paid.
I have no desire to get whipped.
But you watch buck breaking for fun.
I watch buck breaking to learn about Black history and that portion of it. And now I am 2.5 hours of knowledge smarter than y'all because y'all ain't watch it. So I know about certain aspects of Black history y'all don't.
Then me, the mayor, I doubt that. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah. What about you? Are you afraid to let go? Are you afraid to be submissified?
Am I afraid to be It's got to be right.
So
it's got to be.
Oh, so you scared?
No, I could never submit to
no
woman.
The right.
It's not about submitting to
the
a
right
woman,
person.
Though.
The right woman can make. If she knows what she's doing.
I thought we were talking about sex and not relationship.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what we're talking about.
Maybe we talked about faking orgasms, and now we're talking about being dominated.
I faked orgasms before.
We all have. I gotta go. The game was.
And the harder you fake it, the louder the moan is. So when you really faking it in some trash ass pussy, you sound like Lexington Steele. You get one of them loud ass.
Why do you know ad-libs of porn stars?
Come on, nigga. First of all, if you don't know who that is, that means you wasn't getting pussy in the early 2000s because Lexington Steele was on everybody's VHS tapes and DVDs because you were using that.
I definitely know who he is and stuff like
that.
I mean, like...
We didn't always get pussy to fire sticks now, you know? This Netflix and chill is a new phenomenon in the past decade.
She used to put in VHS.
Yeah, before that...
It's the right tape. Yeah, just wait till it get to...
Before Netflix and chill, it was Blockbuster and booty. That's what it was.
I think this movie taped over something.
Yeah, and you know what?
That's the way it's getting there.
And with Blockbuster and booty, you had to be slick because you only had 2 hours to make your move. Netflix, it'll just be like, are you still watching? Next episode. Blockbuster, you got an hour... 90 minutes to 2 hours to get that pussy. Because after that, the movie's over, and that's when she's gonna be like, I gotta go.
That shit start rewinding.
Nigga, you know how much pussy you lost in life
after.
till I gotta go to them goddamn credits dry up pussy faster than a movie credits dry up pussy
The sound
faster than a nigga saying the wrong thing.
Wrap it up.
Dude, the indie song, like you hear this song going, like you know it is a red dab on it.
And you sitting there looking excited. I can only imagine being in the 90s.
Nigga, when them end credits come on, and you trying to bullshit like, yo, I got this other movie we need to check. You got to cut her off before she say anything.
Or not just that, like
8:30 was too late back then.
You got to tape.
Yeah,
I got the slow side. I got however long this slow side is to get the close this deal. However long this, and it better be good. It better be quality.
That's too much work.
Nigga, them VHS tapes.
Too much work.
You know how much pussy y'all probably missed out on?
It's plated for y'all nowadays. Like, it is plated for y'all nowadays. Like, served hot.
God, in my 20s, that was the worst when them DVD credits come on. And then the credits come up and she's like, oh, well, it's getting late. I'll be like, bitch, watch the special features with me. They got deleted scenes to watch.
And we going one by one.
Hell yeah, we going one by one. I'm gonna finger you to the director commentary.
It was really the chase in my era. Like,
the chase was really better than the pussy. The pussy 9 out of 10 times was never as good as you expected. It was the chase that made it all worth it.
It really was the chase. The chase made it
Blockbuster and booty. And popcorn.
Hell yeah. That's how it went. Blockbuster and booty. And you had 2 hours to make. 2 hours if it was a drama, 90 minutes if it was a comedy.
It wasn't making 2-hour movies back then.
Yes, they were. Hey, remember when Malcolm X was on VHS and you had 2? So, see, that was the only time you could really get it in.
Boy.
Yeah, so after the first VHS tape was over, you'd be like, hold on, girl, we got to watch the rest of this. So now you got 3.5 hours to get the pussy.
Powerful. How you fucking the Malcolm X?
Yes! Girl, I believe in the black family. Let's make one. Nigga, we fucking... Yeah, I'll be like, girl, we fucking right after...
Hey.
Yeah.
That shit, dog.
You see, we could be the next Malcolm and Betty if you ain't bullshitting right now.
And Betty.
How much do you think game has changed over the past 20 years? Like,
it's
how you spit your game has changed. Like, we were back in the HBCUs, like, you know.
God, the HBCUs. Like, it's a different ball game. Man, less resources made you more resourceful. Because nowadays, you got 10 different dating apps you can swipe on. Nigga, we only had College Club.
And that's it. Like, it's served up on a plate.
And you had to learn.
All you got to do is just open it up. Like, open the microwave. You look at what do I want? What do I want? Do I want this? Do I want A5? Like,
it's a bountiful of booty.
That's just how it is today.
Yeah.
It's really not hard. It doesn't take much to close the deal.
It doesn't. Women's expectations are so much lower.
I won't say they're low.
No, they are. They are. Because they're easier to deceive now because they want shit they don't know about. Like, remember back in the day, like when bitches who was like hood rats and shit started pretending like they drank high shelf shit? So you find an empty bottle of Belvedere and fill it with Aristocrat and they wouldn't even know. Like, I did that shit all the time, man. Bitches used to be like wanting Belvedere, but they couldn't pronounce the V in it, so they call it Belvedere. And I'm like, there's no way. I'm not spending $40 on alcohol that you don't know how to pronounce. So no, bitch. I'll find an empty bottle and I will fill it up with I didn't drink Aristocrat because it was too cheap. What was that vodka that had all the flavors that I thought was high fashion till I got money?
I know.
Pinnacle. That was it. Pinnacle. Pinnacle. We used to buy Pinnacle, which was trash. But I mean, I thought Pinnacle was good vodka back in the day, just because it wasn't at the bottom of the shelf. You didn't have to go all the way down to bend over and get it like the Aristocrat. It was on a second shelf, so I assumed that meant it was a little bit more of a value. So we used to get Pinnacle and fill it up and pour it into empty bottles of like Belvedere and Grey Goose. and bitches wouldn't know the difference. So shit like that made us resourceful. We couldn't do that shit nowadays because bitches actually know what Belvedere tastes like.
Okay, let me ask you a question. This is would a chick rather get wine and dime or fucked up, like high and shit like
that? It depends on who she is. I know a lot of hood rats who's like love a night in the house with some good weed, some mid. Nigga, you got some mid and some Little Caesars? Oh, shit.
First said Little Caesars.
Little Caesars are hot and ready? She hot and ready, nigga.
Everything hot and ready to go. Yeah. I was thinking about that. Like that's how a lot of things have changed to make it easier for guys in this era. Like we actually had to spit game to get a chick. Y'all just got to get her high. More than likely, and you in the game, because most chicks know what they're there for once you smoking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel it. See, the comment section says it's a lot of bitches flying around. I mean, where are all these women getting flew out to?
I mean,
yeah.
I think she was talking about the actual word.
Oh, it might be. Shit, I don't know.
All right, well,
I was like, bitches must got a lot of frequent flyer miles if they flying around everywhere. I want to know what they.
Hey, they've been up under COVID.
I want to know which credit card reward system they have.
All right, we can ready to float up out of here. We appreciate everybody who tuned in with us this week. The show was a little bit different, stuff like that.
It's only 11:30.
That's good. I could go watch the game tonight. I missed it.
Oh, see, we cutting the show short because Branson want to watch who's playing in the Clippers.
Yeah.
That's the reason I don't even want to see it, because fuck the Clippers. I don't even know why I said that. I don't have no problem with Kawhi or what's his name, Paul George? Yeah. I don't have no problem with it. I just don't like the Clippers right now just because they don't seem like a complete team.
I think they have a good chance of winning the West.
They are not. But who are they playing? Isn't it?
They play the Jazz.
They got Utah.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, Donovan's going to tear them apart.
I don't know. They may need a little.
We're going to see. I like the Clippers coming out the West right now. But yes, I'm getting ready to go watch the game.
Okay.
We'll have the gang back together next week. We appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight, dealt with the little technical
difficulties.
But we're up and running.
Kelly said she'll be here next Tuesday.
I know you will. I ain't even worried about it. But before y'all drop your cash apps if you want me to get you lunch this week. That's why I waited until the end of the show.
So you're forced to listen to this bullshit for 2 hours.
Watch chat. I will go through them tomorrow and I'll send you your lunch Friday.
I think I might participate. I might match.
Nobody from the show can get lunch. I don't know why you think like.
No, I'm saying I will match.
Oh yeah,
match.
Hey yo, what we need to do is bring some strippers on the show.
Shit.
Yeah, I need to see strippers now.
See y'all next Tuesday.
More than ever. So
we will see y'all next Tuesday. We're gonna have a good time. Y'all take care of yourself. Have a great week.